Hey there, let's start analyzing the major characters of the novel The Great Gatsby. Let's start with Jay Gatsby, or his real name, James Gatz. Jay Gatsby is a young man around 30 years old who rose from an impoverished childhood in rural North Dakota to become fabulously wealthy. However, he achieved this goal by participating in organized crime, including distributing illegal alcohol and trading in stolen securities. Gatsby strongly disliked poverty and longed for wealth and satisfaction. Though Gatsby has always wanted to be rich, his main motivation for acquiring his fortune was a love for Daisy Buchanan, whom he met as a young military officer in Louisville before leaving for World War I in 1917. Gatsby lied about his past to Daisy to convince her that he was good enough for her. Daisy promised to wait for him when he left for the war, but married Tom Buchanan in 1919. From that moment on, Gatsby dedicated himself to winning back Daisy. His acquisitions of millions of dollars, his mansion on West Egg, and his lavish weekly parties are all attempts to see Daisy and win her back. Fitzgerald uses this character to represent himself as an innocent, hopeful young man who stakes everything on his dreams. Next to analyze is Nick Carraway. This is the other side of Fitzgerald's personality. Nick represents the quiet, reflective, Midwestern 30-year-old man from Minnesota. Nick travels to New York in 1922 to learn about the bond business. He lives in the West Egg district of Long Island, next door to Gatsby. Nick is also Daisy's cousin, which enables him to observe and assist the resurgent love affair between Daisy and Gatsby. Nick is the narrator of the novel. Nick is tolerant, open-minded, quiet, and a good listener. That's why others tend to talk to him and tell their secrets to him. The Great Gatsby is told entirely through Nick's eyes. His thoughts and perceptions shape the story. Another character is Daisy Buchanan. This character represents Fitzgerald's wife, Zelda. Daisy is a beautiful young woman from Louisville, Kentucky. She is Nick's cousin and the object of Gatsby's love. Daisy is in love with money, ease, and material luxury. She is capable of affection but not sustained loyalty or care. She marries Tom Buchanan because he could give her the life she wanted. Next is Tom Buchanan, Daisy's immensely wealthy husband, once a member of Nick's social club at Yale. Powerfully built and hailing from a socially solid old family, Tom is an arrogant bully. His social attitudes are laced with racism and sexism. He has no qualms about his own extramarital affair with Myrtle, but when he begins to suspect Daisy and Gatsby of having an affair, he becomes outraged and forces a confrontation. Last to analyze of the male characters is Jordan Baker, Daisy's friend, a woman whom Nick becomes romantically involved during the course of the novel. She is a competitive golfer. Jordan represents one of the new women of the 1920s, cynical, boyish, and self-centered. Jordan is beautiful, but also dishonest.
Well, this chapter begins with Nick, receiving an invitation from Gatsby for a party.
Yeah, well, Gatsby always, all Saturdays he throws these luxury parties with all the extravagant, newly rich people. But I think that people use him for his extravagant parties and his new money that he had coming.
Oh, of course, nobody knows Gatsby.
Exactly.
Nobody has ever seen him. Well, in this party, Nick finds Jordan Baker. That was the golf player, right?
The golf player, yeah.
Golf player. Well, in the party, they heard another rumors about Gatsby because they were looking for him. What was the rumors?
One was that he was a German spy, that he once killed a man.
In cold blood.
In cold blood, he was an Oxford graduate.
My God, those are horrible rumors.
Yes.
I don't want that reputation.
Yeah, because they say that he planned the parties, but they never saw him in his own parties.
Yes. Well, Nick and Jordan Baker started hearing ugly rumors. What were the rumors?
Yeah, they said that he was a German spy, that he had once killed a man in cold blood, and that he was an Oxford man. That actually is pretty good.
Oxford.
Being Oxford, yeah.
Gee, that was a really bad reputation.
Yeah.
I don't want to be remind you for that.
Someone that killed a guy. That's horrible.
It's horrible. Well, at the party, Nick and Jordan try to find Gatsby. They end up at the library. They meet a man named, they nicknamed him Owl Eyes. An old man with big glasses. That's where.
That's where they get him. And Owl Eyes actually hang down in the library because he was fascinated by
The books.
by extravagant books that Gatsby had. And actually, he was a little bit drunk in that scene.
Actually, Jordan thought that the books weren't real, but then Gatsby Owl Eyes says that the books are real. Jordan was surprised because she thought it was just looks for his image.
Your image, yes.
Owl Eyes said that even he hasn't met Gatsby, that maybe he didn't exist.
That it was just rumors from the Great Palace that way they were.
Well, when they get out of the library, they're going up the stairs and they see, they start talking about Gatsby. And Nick starts making some really ugly jokes about him.
Ugly jokes, yeah.
But then a middle-aged man with a wonderful smiles, one of those smiles that you only come back for 4 or 5 times in life, said Nick.
Like a unique smile.
Unique smile.
Unique smile.
Well, it ends up being Gatsby. Wow. Gatsby says that he recognized Nick because they've been together in the division of the World War I.
Yeah, this horrible rumored guy actually turned out to be the most wonderful, extraordinary person you can meet in a life.
To the party, Nick ends up fascinated by Gatsby. I mean, everyone. Nick ended up fascinated by Gatsby.
Yeah.
He analyzed that Gatsby doesn't drink.
Yeah, he doesn't participate in anything of the party.
He throws this amazing parties, spending tons of money, and he doesn't enjoy those parties.
Yeah, he's crazy, man.
Well, maybe if he drank, he would forget about that son of a playa.
Yeah, man, that dude's all over her cornflakes, man.
I said!
All over her cornflakes.
Well, he stays away from the parties and he is always in the. Well, Gatsby stays in the marble stairs, staring at the happy guests.
Oh, and yeah, Gatsby ordered his butler to look for Jordan so he can take her out to a room so he can talk to her. And later on, Jordan returns saying to Nick that she just heard the most amazing story that everything connects to one thing that
everything makes sense and everything is clear. Finally. Well, for her because he's still confused, very confused.
He's still in suspense.
What would that story be?
In this chapter, one of the symbolisms is the New Rich versus the Old Rich, better known as West Egg versus East Egg.
Which one is West Egg and which one is West Egg?
The New Rich is the West Egg and the Old Rich is the East Egg. And this symbol enhances another subcategory within the power a man can possess. However, with this, we are introduced. Another symbol in this chapter could be the owl-eyed man. It can be comparable to the Dr. T.J. Eckleberg billboard, the all-seeing eye.
Yeah, the one in the Valley of Ashes, right?
Yeah, that one. That represents like a god is always watching humans struggle and all the activities they make, good or bad. And with this, we are introduced another level that has an impact on how much power a person can have.
Well, thank you, Jorge, Nelson, and Marcos. We're gonna here start talking about chapter 4.
Well, chapter 4 starts when Nick is talking about Gatsby, about the great parties that Gatsby throws.
Oh, yeah, those big parties.
Those parties.
I love them.
West Egg gets paralyzed for those parties. Then in the chapter, Gatsby and Nick go to a trip to the city, and Gatsby's going really, really fast, and a cop stops him. He shows his card, like, whoa, what the? Yeah.
I'm Mr. Gatsby, like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, it's very funny. Well, in that trip, they're talking about how Gatsby inherited his own money. Well, Gatsby inherited his fortune. Well, he didn't inherit it. He claims to study at Oxford. Then he found some jewels, and he was in World War One.
Oh my god.
He killed a lot of people that were really paying him, giving him medals for killing people, and that's how he won most. And I think all his money he came from the World War One, when he gained a lot of jewels and a lot of medals that were awarded to him. Well, at launch, Gatsby introduces Nick and Wolfshan. Who was Wolfshan? I don't really remember.
Oh, Wushan, the one that came with an unpleasant impression with Gatsby's fortune, that he had connections in the bootleg and
Oh,
looks
the
like
World
crime.
Series 1919. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, that was really strange because I didn't like, get the whole point of that business they had. Well, after lunch, Nick gets alone for a little short of time. Then he finds Jordan Baker, who finally tells the story of Daisy when he married Tom because she was tired of waiting for Gatsby, who was at the World War One, and she didn't know that if he was gonna win any money after. So he went to the secure option that was Tom Buchanan. That
Tom Buchanan, who's he?
Bill Buchanan. Do you read the story?
Oh yeah, now I remember. Yeah, I met at lunch.
Old sport. You don't remember the whole story, you? Yeah,
I forget, man.
Yeah, sure. Oh, then when Nick and Jordan are talking.
Oh, Jordan, I forgot to say that. On the other hand, Jordan paints Gatsby's lovesick and
Yeah, I was gonna talk
like an
about.
innocent young soldier that is trying to chase after the woman. on the
Yeah,
streets.
that was gonna talk. Well,
Yeah.
not in the same words, but yeah, if the Gatsby bought his house on the other side of the. Okay. Well, he bought his house in the bay because he wanted to see Daisy from his house to the other one. When at night, the light went green, and yeah, that's it.
Well, yeah, the shitting light on Gatsby's past that he's always trying to reach, like he's like a little symbol of hope and the yellow car represents death. Like
That car is fast though.
yeah, it was really pretty going fast.
Yeah.
And Gatsby wanted to represent his wealth and all the money he had by showing off his car to everybody.
Oh yeah, that's why Tom Buchanan didn't have the expensive car because they knew he had money.
Yeah, so he just stayed with the simple one.
Yeah.